Hello everyone, I'm Storm Tracker ET meteorologist Austin Haskins. It was a very warm day across western Wisconsin on our Monday. Nearly every location got into the 70s yesterday with the exception of Medford, still at 67 degrees there. We got to 72 in Eau Claire, 75 in Menominee, 77 in Red Wing. These numbers are at least 20 degrees above average for this time of the year, but we fell just short of the record in Eau Claire. The record was 74 degrees set back in 1896, and our high was 72. So we were close, but fell just a little bit short in the end. Today, though, I think we have a pretty good chance of breaking the record. My forecast calls for 82 degrees, and the current record is 77, set back in 1950. So I think we have a pretty good chance of for sure tying the record, and most likely we'll be breaking the record as well. And that's one of the headlines that we're tracking. That's the first headline, is the record warm for today with gusty southerly winds. Now, cold front comes through tomorrow. Rain and thunderstorms expected. It's a scattered chance in the morning hours, but the highest coverage and best chance will be Wednesday afternoon through Thursday. Some heavier downpours and stronger storms are certainly possible. Then on Halloween, still windy and much colder with lingering showers around. And yes, some snow could mix in with that. You'll see that here on Futurecast here coming up. So causing all this is an area low pressure to our west this morning and one to the southwest. Secondary warm front's going to be lifting up to the north today, and a cold front will be centered across central and western Minnesota. So we'll have highs in our area in the 70s and low 80s, but you go on the other side of that front, it'll be back in the 50s. But that front doesn't move through until tomorrow. You'll kind of see that here on Futurecast with that scattered chance for storms tomorrow morning. So today, cloudy skies to start, sunshine mid to late morning into the afternoon. So very similar cloud cover wise to what we had yesterday. Clouds thicken back up into tonight. There could be a stray shower or sprinkle, maybe a rumble of thunder that tries to develop, but the chances for that are lower. It's about 10% or so or less. 6:30 tomorrow morning, still pretty quiet. Anytime after about 7 or 8 a.m., you can kind of see some scattered showers and storms develop there, and then the better coverage will be into the afternoon hours and into Wednesday night. And there may be some heavy rain and some stronger storms mixed in with that. And then there will be another system, another low farther south that you saw that'll move up, and that'll bring a secondary round of some rain overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning. And then much colder air filters in, and look what happens. You can see Futurecast showing some snow on the backside of the system as it rotates through. Now, this is, I think, a little bit on the aggressive side, and if we get drier air to move in, that likely we won't see anything to this kind of extent. But even if it turns cold enough, I think we'll see mostly this be in the form of a rain-snow mix. There may be a brief period where it's some very light snow or flurries or whatever happens. But even if that's the case, I don't expect hardly any accumulation with this. And if it does accumulate, likely won't stick because the ground surfaces are still very, very warm. So something that, we'll be watching closely. I want to see some more consistency and newer data that comes out the next day or so to kind of see, what the trends are. So Matt and I and Jeremy will keep you updated if there are any changes to that. But I will say, though, by the time we get into trick-or-treating time Thursday evening, yes, it's going to still be breezy, and yes, it's going to be kind of chilly, but we should be dry. That's the main thing, and then we'll clear things out into Thursday night. So, rainfall forecast the next 3 days. You can see the heaviest rain is going to be from Phillips to Alma, south and east. Totals drop off the farther north and west you go. But even if we get dry air to filter in on Wednesday, that could eat at rain totals a little bit. But you can kind of see, and I'll step off here, there is a swath of where the heaviest rain will be. You can even see on the bottom right of your screen from Wautoma southeast, the totals drop off pretty quickly. So this area of heaviest rain could shift farther northwest or south and east. But nonetheless, some much needed rainfall will return to the area. And my forecast is calling on the low end of trace. Most spots should see anywhere from about 1/10 to 1 inch of rain, the high end totals of 2 inches. And the spread is kind of big because, again, depends on where the heavier rain sets up and where even some thunderstorms set up as well. Speaking of that, we did have a risk for a strong to severe storm or two overnight tonight into Wednesday. That is now gone as of now, but still a general threat for thunderstorms overnight and into Wednesday. Severe weather chances are much lower, but I still can't rule out maybe a storm or two being severe enough for some marginally severe hail or wind. But again, that's a very, very low chance. And we'll again keep you updated on that as well. So high temperatures today, upper 70s and lower 80s. That's about 30 degrees above average this time of the year, likely setting a lot of new records for today across western Wisconsin. Lows tonight, 60s to some spots south and west, near 70 degrees. That's how warm we're going to be tomorrow morning. Now, our highs tomorrow for most spots, roughly if you're along and west of Highway 53 and Highway 25, your high will likely be overnight into Wednesday morning. Farther southeast, I think your high will be as normal in the afternoon hours. We'll be in the upper 60s and low 70s, but check out the temperatures by Thursday afternoon. Low to mid 40s, and I wouldn't be surprised if these numbers are even a little bit lower if some newer data comes in to suggest that. So we'll have to kind of wait and see on that. My high for Thursday is 47. That'll likely be just after midnight. Upper 20s by Friday morning. A lot of sunshine Friday. Friday looks great, and it won't be windy or breezy at all. More rain, though, moves in as we head into the second half of the weekend and into early next week. Again, that's several days out, and we'll worry about that once we get this system that'll move through tomorrow and Thursday out of our area.